Hello, welcome to a very interesting demo. Now, as a little bit of a disclaimer, yeah, I played the previous two games, Dead in Bermuda and Dead in Finland, which were amazing games for their time, and I really hope more games like that would come out, but none of them come out. So, this game, I think it's a little bit on the political spectrum. I can smell the spectrum in the game, but I can choose to ignore it because each game has quite a bit of a reputation these days anyway, and they seem to have made a lot of cool games, so I'll ignore some of the more, things related to the game just because I like their other games and some of their other work as well. So yeah, sadly this was supposed to be the best game in the series, but I think it will fall flat because of the art,
Earth,
and mechanics and story. But I'll
Earth
still
is
play it.
dying. We were sent by the Global Committee on a last chance mission. Find new energy sources in the stars. Aboard the Ixion, Earth's most advanced spacecraft, with a team of so-called experts, chaperoned by yours truly. Captain Amelia Rosenhart, world-class hero. Nice line to add on my resume. Which one of you little rocks hides our salvation? Or will it be Ceres? Gosh, it's a long trip. What the? A singularity? Am I hallucinating things up? We're trapped in the gravitational field of this. Where the hell are we? We're going down. Full speed. Crew stuck in cryo. Just perfect. No one dares to speak in the cockpit. We act. But is it already the end?
The intensity of a single mind.
Yeah, so the other two games were kind of revolutionary for their time because they introduced a true survival genre to the gaming community. But now, again, this is a little suspicious just by looking at the artwork. Need to wake up. You were waking up. Yeah, the name of the character is kind of a pretentious, throwback to a historical character. It's me, Dr. Erickson. Liu is an appointment for duty, okay? Crashed on the planet. Inhuman promises. Your polluting skills are again, it's clear that this is the tone of the game, and I kind of hate it because it implies a lot of things and you can already guess how the story will go, and man. 72 hours. Artificial command was settled in. Where are we? I said our solar system. Crash. Look at his breathing field doesn't think it doesn't okay. Five, okay. About the crew. Well, we know that the crew is okay. Yes. Yeah, I can see a lot of issues with the game already, especially when it comes to the artwork, which seems like it's I don't know, maybe the developers will tell us if it's AI or not, but it definitely looks a little bit peculiar how nothing really fits that style. I mean, I don't language. I think that's I don't know why developers still do this trope where they just make extremely smart and extremely capable characters and then they have these voice lines. People are kept to do and say that in front of other people. That's such a stupid thing to do. You need to maintain protocol and I mean come on. Do I really need to explain how protocol works and how the army or the navy or the NASA works? Hey, some food. Okay, we have some stuff. I'll eat you last if we get to this point. Will. Haha. So the UI is a bit of a mess in my opinion because they're using stylized fonts, which is silly. They should just use their best available fonts with clarity, because this is how a sci-fi game would look like. Very clear, very concise, very precise, with a little bit of I don't know, a little bit of flashy things around it, but this seems like it's too stylized to be fun. Plus, the numbers are pretty small anyway, and if you didn't play their other game, you didn't know how this will work. Yeah, I don't like the way this looks. This should be more clear. I'm used to much clearer graphics than this. Sharp graphics to be more precise, not nonsense like this. Okay. I have no idea what's happening. We'll move the map using okay. Yeah, what is this all about here? They should have made. I think the team that made the other two games is not the same team that is working these days on the game. Because they would have known this would not be good. Or this would not be good enough. Especially because you have the stats over here, so you would look out over here to get the right stats, right? But no, you have to look over here, which is a lot more annoying, so... I guess you want more parts and more fatigue at the same time. Okay. Meaning, come on, you're smart enough to understand that. In water. Okay, so that was the expedition, that's the water we have, that's the energy, interesting. Energy resets every night. One ration. Murky, clear. What types of water? You can convert murky water into clear water in the... Okay. Gated menus. I also remember the game having much better tutorial, or at least Dead in Vinland. Oh, I cannot stand this stylized nonsense. Give me back the older menu. The older menu was so good, especially in Dead in Vinland. Purified water. Clear water. Okay, so that's the fatigue each character has. Let me see about food. I don't understand anything that's happening. What is happening on the screen over here? What am I looking at? Is this the spaceship being destroyed and that's the moon or a sun or whatever? Okay. So... Constitution and strength. So where do you see the constitution and the strength? Okay, so that's the mining station, the crafting station. I mean, I'll still play the full release of the game, but this is already kind of concerning for the success of the game and for the future of the game. This looks so sterile and boring. This should be the most exciting game, a sci-fi game, but it seems like it's the most boring one. Okay, what can we do? I mean, I don't understand this interface at all. You have to open an initial pop-up menu to look at their stats, but where do I see their skills? Oh, you have to open another menu to do this? Come on. This is the worst way they could have done it. So, this is the... Okay, let's analyze this a little bit more, because this is where you spend most of the time analyzing the menus. This is the normal menu, and then you open another menu, and then you open another menu, and this is where you see their stats. You also have traits. And this is also the battle. This is good. I used to have more skills for the battle. This needs a lot more work. This will be very hard to play with. Okay, so we have 4 main stats: strength, dexterity, constitution, and agility. And 4 skills: crafting, explosion, stealth, and scavenging. It looks like the main character has the main stats of everything. So she can scavenge. The engineer can craft. The medic does absolutely nothing because there's no medic skills. What? Well, you still have those skills over here as well. I don't mind if the game has a lot of skills because they're all important. Medicine, biology, logic, computational power. Okay, this is kind of good. I like this over here, especially with the traits. No, self-care, lone wolf. Free stress, dedicated doctor. Yeah, this is okay. Okay, let's see what we can do. This is the night phase, or is this the day phase? I think this is the night phase where we cannot do anything, so let's skip next. I guess this is the day phase. It's very hard to understand because of all of these weird menus. How do I assign a character over here? Oh, that's so stupid. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you really need to know how to play the game before you play the game, which is not ideal. I'm still not sure how I signed over there. I have no idea. This is so much nonsense. Did I really assign anyone anywhere? Ouch, this is going to be very rough to play. If you look at Dead in Vinland and if you see how easy it was to assign the characters to their station, you just wouldn't believe it. It works the same way as it did in the other games, but you cannot even see that you can assign them. Wow, that's so bad. Why did they mess up this so badly? I guess we already did the exploration phase. Okay, just rest. Now I continue. Okay. Also, where are all of our resources displayed? Everything. Going to be hard to enjoy. I guess you can only scout at the beginning of the day. Okay. How do you eat? Guess you can try and craft a few things. I have no idea what this does. Okay, let's just put it on the craft. What resources does it use? I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So yeah, you just have to assign them to their jobs and they'll do their jobs daily. Imaging and computing, okay. We have a new workstation over there, which is nice. And more injuries pile up. And that's the end of the day. Okay, so this is the best character for the radar, right? I'm not sure how that works. We have the clear water, we did that already, okay. I guess you need to use energy to make clean water. Come on, Andrish, yeah. Why would you refuse? So they get hunger during the night or energy recovers. I have some meals. Oh, actually I have a lot of meals. Stress. Why does this increase their stress? I don't know. Yeah, I know that, I know. I really dislike how this is presented. Okay. Not sure what the hydration does for now. I guess if you don't drink water, you'll have debuffs. Sleep, so -3 stress, -20 fatigue. Okay. So far so good. So this is the part of the game where I actually understand what I have to do. Sunny day. Let's generate more energy for now. We don't really need anything crafted. I'm not sure how you're supposed... I guess you cannot use the radar just yet or something. No destination available, but... Oh. Oh, that's a hand crank. Oh, that's horrible. Can I increase animation speed? We're discovering new stuff. Okay, I don't care about that. Okay. So now we're actually diving into the real game. I'm curious about the combat as well, because its combat seems to be a much bigger part of this game. Suboptimal. Here goes pedaling. Oh, we need more water to explore. That's interesting. Filled with steep walls. Ooh, organisms. I like the idea. So let's see how the combat is. Now the combat was a problem because, ooh, I like the way this looks. It's kind of like that in Vinland. Shouldn't the initiative? Yeah, it's boring. I don't want to read. So we can move her to the back line. I think we should move her to the back line. Okay, whatever. It's one of those games that you need to have a PhD to understand what's going on. Okay, so we have... this should have worked, but I guess... I find it very hard to understand what's going on, and this is my main problem with the game, because I can play this game very fast, but I want to understand what's happening. So, how many action points do this need? Oh, you have over here how many action points they need in the shape of a pip. Oh, come on, that's the worst way to do it. Such lazy game development design. Just tell me how many action points they use. You cannot be bothered to put over here 3 action point cost. You have to stylize it like this, so it's much harder to understand. Because you have to look at the character, you have to look at the skill, you have to look at the enemy, you have to... Nah. 7. Otherwise the game is pretty good. Piercing laser. Defend. That's not... doesn't make it very... So the hardest part of the game is actually going back to the stupid back line. I'm clicking, it doesn't work. This stuff is so frustrating, especially because I like the game. If I didn't like the game, I wouldn't be so bothered by this, but since I like it, Dude, why is it so hard to move to the back line? I don't understand. What am I doing? Oh. Calm down. Oh, this game is so bad. Why? This is not ready to be played as a demo, even in my opinion. Target self. Are you joking me? You have to target yourself to be able to move. This is so stupid. It says target self. What's even the point of having the confirmation? Why do I have to click over here and click on the same character to move when... This is so unintuitive and so stupid. The developers need to learn how to code, to be honest. I don't care. There's clearly not the same developers who made the first 2 games, so they should literally look at those other games and learn what those games did right. Target self. You really have to click yourself. What? Why even do that if you're going to select the action from here to... I said I'll look at the animation speed if I can improve it. I don't think so, but probably will be able to do that in the full version. Otherwise, you need to have at least 3 times speed animation to do this. Click on yourself to move, man. Great idea, developers. Great idea. Okay, so usually we want to... This is all nice. I mean, the character design is not that bad. I don't really like how the aliens look like. They don't really look like aliens. They look like Pokemons from Earth. Okay. So stupid that you have to click over here and then click on the character. It's just it drags down the fights a lot more. Let's kill this little guy. Does a lot of damage. Do that again. Yeah, we really need to bring the troops behind. It's okay. You don't want to be in the front either, because this character will accumulate injuries just by doing the mining part. So that's why you should keep away this character from the combat. Is this other stuff? That's bad. Okay, so we won our first combat. Yeah, the designs are not so bad. I guess this is workable for me, but I really dislike the stylized stuff. They should make it much easier to read. Looks like the numbers are just hugging each other to the point where it's kind of hard to make out. They need to do better. This is not good enough for... You will be looking at the screens 1 million times and they need to be perfectly aligned and adjusted. Study each species, 100 knowledge. Let's search inside. Sounds like the worst possible option. Polymers, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is the interesting part of the game, as you can see. I guess we have to craft in order to unlock more things. Can we build a carbon station? Infirmary, yeah, we need the infirmary. The infirmary should probably be the first thing we build. Okay, the demo is pretty nice in a way, but if you're a returning fan of the other games, you'll kind of be disappointed. If you're a new player trying to figure out this game, you'll also kind of be disappointed because of the UI not being so clear, or the mechanics not being so clear either. The UI is the biggest problem in my opinion, because this is where you'll be spending most of your time. Otherwise, the combat seems much better, to be honest. The character model seems to be okay. Just interface problems, especially when it comes to the map or the other stuff. This is not good enough in my opinion. This is kind of lame. Seems like they have taken a lot of steps back in some regards, but steps forward in other ones. I don't really like the character design, to be honest. I think we're all tired of this particular character design. And it will only get worse, sadly. Of course, the captain is a brave, stunning Emilia Earhart, or whatever her name is, and of course the medic is this guy. What happened to his hand? And of course we have Liu over here, which is the crafting officer. Of course the dialogue is silly and it doesn't make any... I mean, they seem to be wearing uniforms, except for the captain, who is not wearing any type of uniform. She's just wearing an adventuring outfit. And they're particularly making the female characters ugly for no reason. Meh. I don't know, I guess it's just some stuff I like, some stuff I don't like. Overall, again, I'm very biased towards this game because I'll play no matter how it is or how it will be. Just because I like this genre, and I also like the previous games, and also like... I probably like all of the games from Ishtar, to be honest. Well, most of the games. I think they had some smaller ones I didn't really like or didn't want to play. Overall, yeah, I think this will be the best strategy game. Not the strategy game. I think this will be one of the better, or if not the best, survival games of the year it's released in, probably next year, from the looks of it. Just because of all of these mechanics, and of course, I really miss complex games like this, and that's why we have to support developers when they're trying to make a complex game that wants to push the genre forward, and that's the most important part, pushing the genre forward. I think also a lot of this is AI generated and I'm not a big fan of it. I also kind of like the blue tones the game has now going. Kind of symbolize it's a different planet, a different and alien environment. This is a cool effect over here, yeah. So it has good things and bad things. Definitely will check it out. Bye bye.